What's up, guys? Enkiri here, and welcome to vlog number 61. And we finally made it to the end of the road. After front squatting 365 pounds for a triple just a few days before this session, I decided to go for a heavy single here rather than attempt to hit a triple with 370 pounds. The warm-ups went well, up to 320 pounds, I would say. From there, my goal was to hit 355, 380 or 385, and then 405 to finish. But things simply did not go as planned. Like I said, 320 was smooth, but then when I made the jump up to 355, it ended up being a little bit tougher to push through that sticking point than I wanted it to be. So from there, instead of jumping up to 385 or even 380, I felt like I needed to be slightly more conservative and just go with 20-pound jumps instead. So that's what I did. The lift with 375 was smooth and certainly sound from a technical standpoint other than a slight bit of hip shifting, but I felt that the strength just wasn't quite there like it was in the previous session. If we compare this 375 lift with the first rep from the 365 triple from a few days before, I think it becomes obvious that I'm just a bit less powerful here than I was there. Yes, this is 10 pounds heavier, but judging by how it moved and how it felt, and the fact that there's a little bit of compensation involved, I doubt I could have even tripled 365 again here. Outwardly, it doesn't look like too big of a difference, but internally, I felt that the increase in difficulty was simply disproportionate to the increase in weight. And the only thing I can attribute this to is that I was simply not fully recovered from the heavy triple with 365 that took place just a few days prior. I felt good before the session, but that isn't always the end-all be-all. Sometimes there are factors that you can't account for. Perhaps if I had waited another day or two to do the test, then 405 would have been there. But oh well, it's done now. That's my mistake. I won't make it again, and I'll get it next time. So here's the 395 single that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago that ended up being the culmination of my training cycle for the front squat. I had my sights set on 405, obviously, but to be honest, I really can't complain about standing up with this weight at this point. Now granted, it was ugly as hell and my body paid a bit of a price for that in the weeks that ensued, but prior to this training cycle, I hadn't really done much of any front squatting since 2014, before I had my hip surgery. But in just 6 weeks' time, I was able to take this lift from an incredibly cumbersome and awkward triple with 315 pounds up to a pretty solid triple with 365 pounds and a tough single with 395 pounds, which is only 25 pounds off of my lifetime best. So I'm really not in a bad place here. I think I need to dial the intensities back down for a little while before I make another push, but it'll be exciting to get this lift back into the 400-pound range and maybe make a push for a lifetime PR sometime in the near future. Either way, I'm having fun with it right now, which is always an important part of the whole deal. Anyway, I moved on to some hang power snatches after the squats, and those went pretty well also. I was just working with some doubles and decided to see how high I could go with it. Overall, I wasn't quite as powerful here as I have been in other sessions, but I still managed to eke out a decent, tiny PR double with 202.5 pounds, where my best double before this was with 200 pounds. The caveat here is that the day I hit the double with 200, I actually should have hit it for a triple, but I wasn't able to balance the third rep overhead. Whereas here, I was barely able to squeak out the second rep with 202.5. So clearly I had more pop in me the day I hit the double with 200. So it's kind of a PR on a technicality, but it's a PR nonetheless. I finished up the day with some more solid deadlifts. This was my second time working with 480 pounds, and I managed another very high quality set of 5 reps. If we time the first rep by hand, from the time I initiate the pull to the bar being fully locked out, it takes less than 2 seconds. Contrast that with the 5th rep, which takes just under 3 seconds, in spite of the slower lockout. That's really not bad, especially for me, as I'm quite capable of grinding the hell out of a heavy deadlift. And here's Exhibit A in case you don't believe me. This rep took over 10 seconds. So again, I'm inclined to say that these pulls are right around the vicinity of 85% or so, putting my estimated max around 565 pounds at the moment. So that's good stuff. I'm feeling strong. My body is feeling pretty good overall. Just a couple minor issues that I'm dealing with, but I think I have them pretty much under control. And progress is coming on slow and steady these days. Anyway, make sure you check back in for Wednesday's vlog this week. I've got a really brutal sled and medicine ball workout that I just implemented into my routine that I want to show you guys. I'm loving the sled work right now. I'm really glad I built that thing, and I plan to use the hell out of it, both to make sure my conditioning stays up to par and to give my legs and hips some really high quality additional work that's also very low stress on the joints. Anyway, that's all I got for now, guys. Please be sure to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and definitely leave me some love in the comments down below. Keep training hard, and I will catch you guys next time.